Welcome to Fix It Home Improvement, covering projects that every homeowner should know and great products for home and garden.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is where we share our home improvement tips. I'm here with my co-host, Cindy.
Hello, JC.
Hi, Cindy. This week, we're going to be talking about Dethatchers, and we'd like to thank Mike Luoma from the Glow in the Dark radio podcast for liking and sharing our podcast. Mike reads from his books chapter by chapter in serial form on his podcast.
Cool.
And you can check it out on your favorite podcast app.
What is thatch in your lawn?
Thatch is a layer of organic material on top of the soil. It's made up primarily of dead and living grass roots and stems, and depending on the type of grass you have, the roots and stems can create a thick, interwoven mass that can trap other debris.
Why is thatch harmful?
If the layer of thatch gets too thick or too compacted, it can restrict water, nutrients, and air from getting to the roots of your grass. And if water can't penetrate deep into the soil, the grass roots can grow into the thatch layer for moisture, creating a shallow root system, making your lawn more susceptible to drought and heat. Depending on your location, a thick layer of thatch can also encourage fungal diseases.
Bummer. If you use a mulching lawnmower, does that contribute to thatch?
The University of Missouri says research shows grass clippings don't contribute to thatch problems. Grass blades are over 80% water, and soil microbes break them down easily. Grass roots and stems, though, contain lignin, which is a strong material that doesn't break down easily.
Okay. What does thatch look like?
It's a tangled mass of roots and stems, which kind of looks like peat moss. It will be brown or gray in color.
You know that only helps if people know what peat moss looks like, right?
Yes, look up peat moss, and then you'll know what thatch looks like.
Or, I don't know, just look up thatch. When do you know you have a thatch problem?
When thatch is thick, your lawn will start to get brown or yellow. It can feel soft and spongy when you walk on it, and you may see water run off your lawn in a rain. When the layer of thatch gets over a half an inch thick, your lawn will benefit from dethatching.
Okay. How do you know how thick the thatch is?
To confirm the thickness, you can cut out a small section of your lawn with a trowel, and then you can just look and see how thick that thatch layer is.
Okay. What causes excessive lawn thatch?
Oklahoma State University says you can get excessive root and stem growth from over-fertilizing and heavy watering. The University of Illinois says using fertilizer with excessive nitrogen is the main cause of thatch. But other factors like compacted soil, wet soil, or soil with a high pH can encourage a thatch buildup. Penn State University says thatch accumulates when soil conditions don't sustain high populations of thatch decomposing organisms. Aggressive fertilization with high nitrogen products increases root and stem tissues, and it acidifies the soil. Acidic soil can inhibit the soil microorganisms that break down organic material. Also, soil with a high percentage of sand or clay will have low populations of microbial activity. Penn State University says some cool season grass like Kentucky bluegrass, creeping red fescue, and creeping bent grass are more prone to have a thatch buildup, along with warm season grasses like zoysia, St. Augustine's grass, and Bermuda grass.
Okay. What is a dethatcher?
It's a tool that removes the thatch buildup on top of your soil. There are manual thatch rakes, electric, and gas dethatchers. Manual thatch rakes have crescent-shaped blades that cut into and pull up the thatch. The curved shape allows you to push the rake forward over the soil so you don't have to keep lifting it up, and it helps remove the thatch from the blades. A manual thatch rake is economical, but it requires a lot of work.
Yep.
They're great for small areas, and you're going to need a good pair of gloves to cushion your hands.
I bet. What type of gloves should you use?
Anything that's cushioned and has a good grip. I like a soft leather glove or a knit glove with a non-slip coating on the palm and fingers. I've been using cut-resistant knit gloves a lot lately. They feel soft like a jersey work glove, but they have cut-resistant fibers woven into the material, which is pretty cool. Handy when you're working with metal, glass, or cutting with a utility knife.
Cool. What are some top-rated glove companies?
Gorilla Grip, Klein Tools, and Superior Glove.
What about electric and gas dethatchers?
Electric and gas dethatchers will have tines similar to a spring rake or blades to remove the thatch. A gas dethatcher may also be called a power rake or a verticutter. Gas units are going to be more expensive and require more maintenance than electric models.
So like a lawnmower, they're going to need a spark plug, oil, and gas.
Right, yeah. And they also look similar to a lawnmower. Electric dethatchers are lightweight, less expensive than gas units, and require very little maintenance.
Cool. Are there cordless dethatchers?
Yes, the electric units are corded or cordless. With corded models, you have to have a long enough extension cord for your yard, and you need to match the amp rating of the cord to your unit. So for a 15 amp dethatcher, you'll need a heavy-duty extension cord rated for 15 amps. If you use an underrated extension cord, it can shorten the life of the motor on the dethatcher.
What are some top-rated heavy-duty outdoor-rated extension cord companies?
Southwire, Yellow Jacket, and Rigid.
You're not going to spell any of that?
Southwire, Southwire. Yellow Jacket is just yellow and jacket, 2 words, and Rigid, Ridgid.
Thank you.
Many electric dethatchers will come with 2 blade systems, one with spring tines and one with Scarifier blades.
Scarifier would be a good name for a horror movie. What are Scarifier blades?
These are rigid metal blades designed to cut into thick thatch and pull it up. With Scarifier blades, you would set the wheels of the dethatcher so the blades cut into the soil a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. This is going to help water, nutrients, and air get deeper into the soil for a healthier lawn.
Okay. How deep do you want the dethatcher tines to go?
You'd set the wheels on the dethatcher higher so the tines are pulling up thatch without disturbing the soil too much. You want the tines to work more like a rake rather than a scarifier.
Okay. What time of year should you use a dethatcher?
The Pennington Grass Seed Company recommends dethatching cool season grass in late summer or early fall, and warm season grass in late spring or early summer. You want to dethatch your lawn in mild weather when the grass is actively growing. Don't dethatch during periods of high heat or drought, or when the soil is very wet. It can damage your lawn.
Okay. Where is cool season grass located?
Cool season grass is going to be in the northern part of the U.S., and warm season grass is in the southern part of the U.S.
Okay.
And you can go online and look up your area to see what type of grass you have in your area.
Okay. What should you look for in a dethatcher?
For a gas model, compare the engine power and the company that makes the engine. What's the working width of the unit? More narrow models can be easier to maneuver in tight areas. Look at the size and weight for storage and handling. What's the fuel capacity? Compare the depth adjustments. Does it have multiple tines or blade systems? And compare the warranty.
Okay.
For an electric model, corded units will measure power in amps. In general, higher amps will be more powerful for thick thatch. If you're in an older home with outdoor outlets on a 15 amp circuit, you may want a unit under 15 amps to reduce the chance of overloading old wiring or tripping the breaker. Cordless models will measure power in volts and amp hours. In general, the higher the volt rating for the battery, the more powerful it will be. The amp hour rating measures capacity. The higher the amp hour rating, the longer it will run.
Okay.
Compare the working width, the weight, and if the handles fold for storage. Some come with collection bags, so compare the size of those. Units with large rear wheels can help maneuver over an uneven lawn. Compare how many height settings it has. Does it come with dethatching tines and scarifier blades? And how long is the warranty?
Okay. How do you use a dethatcher?
Pick the best time of year to dethatch based on your type of grass. Wait 1 to 2 days after a rain. The soil should be moist but not wet. This is going to help lift out thatch without damaging the grass too much. If there hasn't been rain, water well a day or two before you dethatch your lawn. For units with a collection bag, wear eye protection in case the bag comes loose. Start in an area like the backyard with the wheels set to the highest setting to test how deep the tines are going into the thatch and soil. With dethatching tines, you want to pull up thatch without going into the soil too much or at all. Leaving a small amount of thatch, less than a half an inch, is okay because a thin layer of thatch on top of the soil helps retain soil moisture in the summer and regulate the soil temperature.
Okay.
Mow your lawn before you dethatch and bag the clippings if you have a bag for your mower. Long grass can get tangled in the thatch and get pulled out of the soil. For a dethatcher with tines, go over your lawn in one direction like you would with your lawnmower, then go over your lawn at 90 degrees to the first pass. If you have a bag, you can add the thatch and grass to a compost pile. If you don't have a bag, rake up the thatch and grass that was removed. If you haven't used weed kill on your lawn recently, you can put the thatch in a compost pile or mix it in with your mulch.
Okay.
If you're using scarifier blades for thick thatch, set the blades so they cut into the soil a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. Only make one pass with scarifier blades. That's going to reduce the damage to your grass.
Okay.
After dethatching or scarifying, water your lawn thoroughly. This is a good time to overseed your lawn or apply a top dressing if you have thin patches or want a thicker lawn. And you can check out our episode called Top Dressing and Aerating a Lawn for some more tips. Lightly fertilize your lawn with an organic, slow-release fertilizer to feed your lawn and the soil microorganisms, which is going to help break down new thatch and improve the soil's health. Dethatching is excellent for your lawn, but it does take some time to recover. So give your lawn at least an inch worth of water once a week for a few weeks, and wait a few weeks before using weed killers or pesticides on your lawn. Set your lawnmower to cut cool season grass 3 to 3.5 inches high and warm season grass 2 to 2.5 inches high to encourage deeper root growth. Mulching your grass will add nutrients into the soil for the soil microorganisms and for your grass.
Cool. What are some top-rated organic slow-release fertilizer companies?
Purely Organic Products Lawn Food, the Old Farmer's Almanac Lawn Food, and Espoma Organic All-Season Lawn Food. And Espoma is ESPOMA.
Okay. What are some top-rated manual thatch rakes?
Ames, AMES, Wallensee, that's WALENSEE, and Husky, HUSKY.
What are some top-rated gas dethatchers?
Billy Goat and Bobcat.
Nice. What are some top-rated electric cordless dethatchers?
Ryobi, it's RYOBI, Greenworks, Works, WORX, and Wen, WEN.
What are some top-rated electric corded dethatchers?
Wen, Sunjoe, Greenworks, and Yard Care.
How often should you dethatch your lawn?
Once a year or once every other year for grass that's prone to excessive thatch.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add?
Dethatching is a great routine for increasing the amount of water, air, and nutrients getting into your soil to improve the soil's health, your lawn's overall health, and resistance to heat and drought.
Okay. Let's wrap this up.
You can subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast app.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review.
You can check out our home improvement videos on our YouTube channel, Fix It Home Improvement.
And you can subscribe to that as well.
You can download our ebooks, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, books 1 through 20 on Amazon.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a 5-star rating and review.
You can email us at fixitpodcast@gmail.com, and you can follow us on Instagram, Fix It Home Improvement.
Thank you for listening.
Talk to you next week. Different.